In statistics, a sampling distribution or finite sample distribution is the probability distribution of a given statistic based on random sample. Sampling distributions are important in statistics because they provide a major simplification to statistical inference. More specifically, they allow analytical considerations to be based on the sampling distribution of a statistic rather than on the joint probability distribution of all the individual sample values. Sampling distribution. The sampling distribution of a statistic is a distribution of that statistic considered as a random variable when derived from a random sample of size n. It may be considered as the probability distribution of the statistic for all possible samples from the same population of a given size. The variability of a sampling distribution is measured by its variance or its standard deviation, and the standard deviation of a statistic is called as standard error. According to the central limit theorem, the sampling distribution of the mean of any independent random variable will be normal or nearly normal if the sample size is large enough. After studying this module, you shall be able to know about the chi-square distribution, know about the student's t distribution, know about the f distribution. We will be discussing about what is a chi-square distribution, chi-square test for independence. Commencing with chi-square, the chi-square distribution is the distribution of the sum of squared standard normal deviates, where a standard normal deviate is a random sample from the standard normal distribution. The chi-square distribution is approximate when we wish to draw inferences about the variances of distribution. The distribution depends on a single parameter v, the number of degrees of freedom. Given x has a normal distribution with mean m and variance o, then x has the standard normal distribution n with mean 0 and variance 1. Suppose now that a sample of n independent observation is taken from a normal population with given sigma and mu, then the chi-square statistic is xi minus mu whole square upon sigma, and chi-square distribution is given by chi-square is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to m xi minus mu whole square upon sigma. The degrees of freedom of distribution is equal to the number of standard normal deviates being summed. Therefore, chi-square with 1 degree of freedom, written as chi-square 1, is simply the distribution of a single normal deviate squared. For small values of v, the chi-square distribution is positively skewed. But as v increases, the curve becomes more and more symmetrical, and for large values of v, the curve may be approximated by a normal curve. Since chi-square is a sum of square, it must always be positive. The probability curve of chi-square starts at the origin. The mean of the distribution is equal to the number of degrees of freedom. Mu is equal to v. The variance is equal to 2 times the number of degrees of freedom. Sigma square is equal to 2v. We now discuss two important tests based on the chi-square distribution: test of goodness of fit, test of independence. The first type of chi-square test is the goodness of fit test. This is a test which makes a statement or claim concerning the nature of the distribution for the whole population. The data in sample is examined in order to see whether this distribution is consistent with the hypothesized distribution of the population or not. One way in which the chi-square goodness of fit test can be used is to examine how closely a sample matches a population or how close are the observed values to those which would be expected under the fitted model. Chi-square is equal to summation observed minus expected whole square upon expected. The chi-square goodness of fit test is approximate when the following conditions are met. First, the sampling method is simple random sampling. Second, the variable under study is categorical. Third, the expected value of the number of sample distributions in each level of the variable is at least 5. The test is applied when you have two categorical variables from a single population. It is used to determine whether there is a significant relationship between the two qualitative variables. Now we shall discuss the assumptions of chi-square test for independence. First, statistical independence means joint probability equals product of marginal probabilities. Second, compute marginal probabilities and multiply for joint probability. Third, expected count is sample size times joint probability. Fourth, test if counts of one variable are not influenced by values of other variable. Fifth, uses two-way contingency table. Sixth, the sample size n is large. Expected value ij, expected frequency for each cell, is greater than or equal to 5 for every cell. 7. A critical factor in using the chi-square test is the degrees of freedom, which is essentially the number of independent random variables involved. Consider an example. A random sample of 100 people may be classified according to gender and nature of work as shown in the table. Whether these two classifications are independent or not can be judged by this test. This type of table is called as a contingency table. The table is a 2x2 contingency table where both the horizontal and vertical classification contains two categories and the table from distinct cells. The frequencies belonging to each cell are called cell frequencies. Marginal frequencies in the total of cell frequencies for each of the rows and columns, denoting the marginal frequency for the ith row by Ri and the marginal frequency for the jth column by Ci. We have R1 equal to 51 and R2 equal to 49. Similarly, C1 is equal to 59 and C2 is equal to 41. The expected frequency for each cell is equal to where n is equal to 100. After calculating the expecting frequencies, we apply the chi-square test for independence to find out whether gender and nature of work are related. Degrees of freedom is equal to R minus 1 multiplied by C minus 1, where R is the number of rows and C is the number of columns. The chi-square distribution is constructed so that the total area under the curve is equal to 1. The area under the curve between 0 and a particular chi-square value is a cumulative probability associated with that chi-square value. For example, in the figure below, the shaded area represents a cumulative probability associated with a chi-square statistic equal to A. That is, it is the probability that the value of a chi-square statistic will fall between 0 and A. Moving on to the T distribution. The T distribution, students' T distribution, is a probability distribution that is used to estimate population parameters when the sample size is small and or when the population variance is unknown. It was developed by William Seeley Gossett under the pseudonym Student. Whereas a normal distribution describes a full population, T distribution describes samples drawn from a full population. Accordingly, the T distribution for each sample size is different, and the larger the sample, the more the distribution resembles a normal distribution. Next, we shall discuss the advantages of T distribution. First, the T statistic allows researchers to use sample data to test hypotheses about an unknown population mean. Second, thus, the T statistic can be used to test hypotheses about a completely unknown population, that is, both mu and sigma are unknown, and the only available information about the population comes from the sample. This is one particular advantage of T statistic. All that is required for a hypothesis test with T is a sample and a reasonable hypothesis about the population mean. The T distribution can be used with statistics that have a bell-shaped distribution. We might use either T distribution when standard deviation is unknown and the sample size is small. We use the T distribution when the sample size is small unless the underlying distribution is not normal. The T distribution should not be used with small samples from populations that are not approximately normal. For T distribution, the degrees of freedom are always a simple function of the sample size, for example, n-1. Also, the value of degree of freedom will determine how well the distribution of T approximates a normal distribution. For large values of degrees of freedom, the T distribution will be nearly normal, but with small values for DF, the T distribution will be flatter and more spread out than a normal distribution. The T test comes in three varieties: single sample, independent samples, and dependent samples. The family of T test, one sample of T test, independent samples T test, and dependent samples T test are all parametric tests used at the bivariate level and all compare means between two groups. The independent samples T test compares the average value of a characteristic measured on a continuous scale between two subgroups of a categorical variable. The key to why it is called independent is because the two subcategories in the categorical variable are operationally defined to be mutually exclusive and exhaustive, and no other subcategory for each subgroup is allowed, thus exhaustive. The dependent samples T test compares the average value of a characteristic measured on a continuous scale between the two conditions of the same group. Other common names for this test are matched pair T test and paired samples T test. The one sample T test compares two average values, the first generated from your sample compared with a second known from another study or in the population. First, whenever a sample is obtained from a population, you expect to find some discrepancy or error between the sample mean and the population mean. Second, this general phenomenon is known as sampling error. Third, the goal for a hypothesis test is to evaluate the significance of the observed discrepancy between a sample mean and the population mean. Moving on to the discussion of F distribution. The F distribution is the probability distribution associated with the F statistic. F statistic. The steps required to compute an F statistic. Select a random sample of size n1 from a normal population having a standard deviation equal to sigma 1. Select an independent random sample of size n2 from a normal population having a standard deviation equal to sigma 2. The F statistic is the ratio of S1 square upon sigma 1 square and S2 square upon sigma 2 square. Hence, F is equal to S1 square upon sigma 1 square whole upon S2 square upon sigma 2 square, where sigma 1 is the standard deviation of population 1, S1 is the standard deviation of the sample drawn from population 1, sigma 2 is the standard deviation of population 2, S2 is the standard deviation of the sample drawn from population 2. Further, we understand the relationship between chi-square and F distribution. Let x1 square and x2 square be independent variates distributed as chi-squared with v1 equal to n1 minus 1 and v2 equal to n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. F is equal to x1 square upon n1 minus 1 whole upon x2 square upon n2 minus 1 follows F distribution. Having numerators degrees of freedom n1 minus 1 and denominators degrees of freedom n2 minus 1. F is equal to s1 square upon sigma 1 square whole upon s2 square upon sigma 2 square approximate F with numerators degrees of freedom as n1 minus 1 multiplied by F with denominators degrees of freedom as n2 minus 1. That is, x square upon n minus 1 is equal to s square upon sigma square. Like chi-square distribution, the F distribution is also positively skewed and always starts at the origin. Mean and variance of distribution. Mu is equal to m upon m minus 2 for m greater than 2. Sigma square is equal to 2m square multiplied by m plus n minus 2 whole upon n multiplied by m minus 2 square multiplied by m minus 4 for m greater than 4. The curve of F distribution depends on the degrees of freedom V1 and V2. When describing an F distribution, the number of degrees of freedom associated with the standard deviation in the numerator of the F statistic is always stated first. Thus, F59 would refer to an F distribution with V1 equal to 5 and V2 equal to 9 degrees of freedom, whereas F95 would refer to an F distribution with V1 equal to 9 and V2 equal to 5 degrees of freedom. Note the curve represented by F59 would differ from the curve represented by F95. Let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. Sampling distribution are important in statistics because they provide a major simplification to the statistical inference. The chi-square distribution is the distribution of the sum of the squared standard normal deviates, where a standard normal deviate is a random sample from the standard normal distribution. The mean of the distribution is equal to the number of degrees of freedom, mu is equal to V. The variance is equal to 2 times the number of degrees of freedom. Sigma square is equal to 2V. The T distribution, students' T distribution, is a probability distribution that is used to estimate population parameters when the sample size is small and or when the population variance is unknown. The F distribution is the probability distribution associated with the F statistic.